Welcome to another episode of Temple Touch, the weekday devotion to inspire you, increase your faith, and encourage you to serve the Lord with all your heart, mind, and strength. Today's lesson comes from Romans chapter 12, verse 1 to 2, which says, "Brothers and sisters, in view of all that we have just shared about God's compassion, I encourage you to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, dedicated to God and pleasing to Him. This kind of worship is appropriate for you. Don't become like the people of this world. Instead, change the way you think. Then you will always be able to determine what God really wants. You will always be able to determine what is good, what is pleasing, and perfect in the sight of God." Today's thought is giving your all to God. A story is told about a little boy who went into a church one Sunday morning to get out of the cold. He had been trying to sell newspapers, but not a single customer had passed by. He entered the church, hoping to pass an hour unnoticed in the back room. The preacher delivered a powerful sermon about Jesus, about His love for all of us. At the end of the service, they took an offering. The ushers went from row to row until finally one came near to the little newspaper boy. He stopped right in front of the little boy and held out the offering plate. The boy stared at the offering plate, and after a long pause, he asked the usher to place the offering plate on the floor. Then the little boy did something very unusual. He stepped into the offering plate, first one foot, then the other. He slowly looked up with tears streaming down his cheeks, and he whispered, "Mister, I don't have any money. I haven't sold a single newspaper today. But if Jesus did all that this preacher just said He did for me, I will gladly give my life to Him." The Apostle Paul, in his words to us today, says that when we consider all that God has done for us, when we consider His compassion, His mercy, His blessings, His grace, that the least that we can do as an act of worship is to offer all that we are to God, to dedicate ourselves to pleasing God, to change our attitude and the way that we think and be transformed by God's word, so that we will always give God our best. God has given us His best in Jesus Christ. Will you give God your best today? All He really wants is you. Thank you for listening to today's Temple Touch. Have a blessed day.